We lift our hands in the sanctuary. Hey, we lift our hands to give you the glory. We lift our hands to give you the praise. And I will for the rest of my days. Yeah, Jesus. That's my song, yeah. That's my song. Yeah, I've been on that one. I've been on that one kind of heavy, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I really like that song. I lift my hands in the sanctuary. I don't know. It's something about that song that I really and truly like. I just do. I lift my hands to give you the glory. Yo, hey, good morning. Grand Rising, really good. She ready to dance and have a good time. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, it's almost that time. We almost all the way up out of here, man. New York, we are on the way. Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn in the house. Yes, we will be in Brooklyn, New York, man, this Saturday. Brooklyn, New York, from pain to purpose. Guys, man, I am on the way. I'm super excited. Y'all know I love New York anyway, right? Anytime I get to go to New York, I get to go to Texas, I get to go to Detroit, I get to go to Chicago. I'm always super excited. Those are like some of my favorite places to go. So yes, I can't wait to get out there with y'all, man. I'm planning to have a good time. That's what we're doing. So we are on our way to Brooklyn, New York, and that is going to be this Saturday. If you guys are still trying to be in the building, please do me a favor. Make sure you follow in my Book of Many Faces. Make sure you follow in my Tickety Talk, my gram, man, because I got the flyers up right now, and it's letting you guys know all the information. They got the Addy on there and the whole nine. The Addy, they got the Tom, they got everything that's gonna be happening out there, man. So if you've never had a sound bowl experience, we got that starting out. Sound bowl meditation, welcoming, you know what I'm saying, calming everything down, getting everything together. We starting out just like that, and then we're getting into the program, man. We also gonna be feeding in the whole nine. It's gonna be a vibe. Come relaxed. Come relax, not in pajamas, but definitely cute and relaxed, because sound bowl meditation, we will be like, you know what I'm saying, sitting on the floor and stuff like that. Like, this is not a regular empowerment event. You know, I don't be doing nothing regular, baby. We all, yeah, man, listen, we ain't coming to be cute. You know what I'm saying? Healing is not purity. Healing is not pretty, baby. If you trying to heal, you trying to grow, then some of y'all, we have to be honest with it, man. Healing is not the prettiest thing that we have seen, right? Sometimes, yeah, I'm talking about sometimes that thing you have to get down on the floor with it. You got to get down there and tussle with it a little bit. So yes, come comfortable, but also come cute, and something that you don't mind sitting down in, because we will be doing sound bowl meditation. That's how we're actually opening up, right? So I want everybody to be able to participate. I want everybody to be able to have that experience and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's going to be something that you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy. I love sound bowls. Been telling you guys that for a minute, and just have been blessed to have somebody that's a part of my team that's actually doing the sound bowls, you know what I'm saying, that's into that right now, that's studying that, and has been, you know what I'm saying, like really getting good, better. I want to say good, but she's better than good. It's like, you know what I'm saying, just getting better and better every single day. And she's super excited about what it is that she does as well. You know, it's one thing for somebody to do something, but it's another thing when they are excited about what it is that they're doing, when they're able to, you know what I'm saying, when they are able to serve, right? When it's not just, oh, I like doing this, you know what I'm saying? I love doing this. I'm thrilled when I'm doing this. I'm being fulfilled when I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? When I do this, I just, you know what I mean? It's a different type of vibe, because when they feel that way about what it is that they're doing, you can also feel that excitement, and you can feel that energy through them as well. That's one of the reasons why I love people that really love what it is that they do, right? So I just want to make sure you guys all know that. So that's right. So that's why it's going to be important for y'all to make sure y'all are there and there on time. This Saturday, I will be in Brooklyn, New York, and I cannot wait to get out there with each and every one of you guys. Good morning, Tara. What's going on, Tara Mariah? I love her. Make sure she have a beautiful day at school. Keep her head up, chest out. She got this, you know what I'm saying? Make sure she's focused, super focused. Love that girl. Tell her, make sure, you know what I'm saying, she does her best, her big one today. Be in her best mood today. What's going on? What I got over here? Lakeisha, how you doing this morning? Let's get Bessie. What up, Bessie? How you doing? Man, yeah, man, all my folks is in here this morning. Oh, y'all ain't playing no games this morning. Y'all are tapping in. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Let's go ahead and reach our goals, man. I love her too. Man, let's go ahead and reach our goals. Let's get into it. What up, Benny? What's up, Benny? I love you. I love you. I wanted to say to you the other day, man, I was watching one of the videos and I seen you walking behind me. I'm going to tell you what, you don't know how many people you actually inspire. Them seeing you climb that mountain, you know what I'm saying, having all that energy, you know what I'm saying, just being so vibrant. Everybody's like, man, Benny was keeping up. Benny was getting at the... Listen, Benny is a prime example. Is if you want it, you can have it. And it ain't got no age limit on it. Benny was out there right along with the rest of us. I'm talking about getting up that mountain, had her music blasting. She was providing music for the whole trail. Energy, your aura, everything was just simply beautiful. And this is why I always tell you guys, stop allowing age to play a factor in what it is that you're doing in your life. You are never too old to change. You are never too old to heal. You are never too old to grow and to develop. You are not too old, baby. Understand me. If that's something that you want for your life and you are set on having that for your life, then you can most definitely have it. Understand me. I'm a firm believer, and y'all know I live by it. I'm going to make the rest of my life the what? The best of my life. And I mean that thing. Thank you so much, Krista, for that CA. Amanda Andrews, thank you so much, man. I'm a firm believer in it, Lily. You have a divine right of choice, and you can make the rest of your life the best of your life. I appreciate you hitting that share over there. Kira is not playing with y'all this morning. She done hit share 1,000 times already. She gonna make sure it's on everybody's FYP page. She like, nah, we ain't playing this morning. Need all of y'all up in here because y'all not gonna be stressing me out. I'm getting the word. I need y'all to get the word too, guys. I need all us to be healing together because I hate to have to leave you behind. That's how I be really going though. You have to understand that. I hate for me to be the one that's growing, that's evolving in life, living my best life, setting all these new boundaries, and I'm doing my own thing over here, and then you think, oh no, baby, yeah, I can't, can't be unequally yoked. I tried to give you the word, tried to put you in a position, you shut it down, you ain't want it, so guess what, I had to leave you. That's it, baby, had to leave you. That's it, I'm up out of there. I am up out of there. I see them badges coming over there on the gram. Appreciate y'all so much. I think we need four more badges on the gram, and we gonna have our gold book of many faces. Y'all already got it. Y'all double tapping on the screen over here. Y'all are at 5.2. So let's get it. We started out yesterday. Right? Yesterday, we've been talking about Paul. And the reason why we've been talking about Paul and Paul being out here in this shipwreck is because I've spent 3 weeks teaching you guys about being connected to Christ and the positives that come out of you being connected to Christ, the benefits of you being connected to Christ. And then I spent another week, right? Another week. I did a week and a half on the benefits. And then I also did a week and a half on the consequences, right? So this is what I've been drilling for you guys. Then I came back and now I'm showing you, hey, look, this is the benefit of being connected. So I had to select a story out of that word to use to show you the importance of you staying connected, the importance of you being obedient, the importance of you being committed, right? The outcome of that. And I said, well, what story I'm going to use? So I chose to use the story of Paul when he was out there and he was on the ship, right? So Paul is out there with the centurion, and I'm just going over, brief, because I'm not going to read all the scriptures that we read yesterday. But for those who needed to know that scripture, that's going to be Acts, right? Acts 27. It's going to be Acts 27. Start reading at 27 and go all the way down. And you can read about what was happening out there on the boat when it came down to Paul, right? So I chose this story to sum up our class that we've been having. We had a 3-week course, right? 3-week course. We had a week and a half on the benefits of being connected to Christ, and then we had a week and a half on the disconnection, the consequences, the things that happen when you're disconnected, and now we're sealing it with that word, right? So no matter whatever teaching that we have to also make sure that we seal it with that word so that you can have that balance, right? You got to understand mental health and spiritual health, they go right there together. So this week we're talking about Paul, and we're understanding the importance of how, Paul Paul, not the importance, but the impact that Paul had because of his connection with Christ, right? So this is why we did that. So that's going to be Acts, right? That's going to be Acts 27. You guys can go and read it. So as we're going through here, we find out some stuff, right? We talked about some stuff. We started finding out some stuff, coach. Yeah, we found out that they had been out there on that boat for 14 days. 14 days, that's 2 weeks. 14 days, 2 weeks you've been out here on this boat, a prisoner on a boat. And while Paul was on this boat and he was a prisoner on this boat, Paul is still looking around. And Paul is noticing, wait a minute, we've been out here for 14 days. And if my memory serves me correctly, the term that he used, he says, you've been at suspense. You've been in suspense for 14 days. For 14 days, I've watched y'all basically walk around in panic. For 14 days, I've watched y'all walk around dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety. For 14 days, I've watched y'all pace this ship, going back and forth, coming up with all kind of crazy scenarios of how to do this and how to do that. Y'all have been so busy stressing that y'all have not even sat down to take a bite to eat. Understand me, you've been so stressed out, so depressed, you know what I'm saying, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, you name the attack, you done had it, right? For 14 days you have been on your feet, so much so that you have forgot to eat. Does that sound like anybody's life? Like, coach, I just be having one thing after another. Every time I think that I got it right, then here comes something. Every time I think that I got the ducks in a row, I find out one missing. It's always something so much so that you didn't start saying stuff like, baby, when it rain, it pour. You start, yeah, you know how when life be having you on that downward spiral and you start saying stuff like, oh, baby, when it rain, it pour. Every time I turn around, I got something. Every time I take a couple steps forward, I get pushed 1,000 steps back, and it's like, I can't get it right, and it's, you know, my life be so jacked up sometimes, coach. You know what I mean? I've been going through stuff so much, I'm scared to get it right. Anybody in my chat gonna be honest and say, coach, listen, you know, I'm scared to get it right. I am scared to get it right because I feel like as soon as I get it right, that's exactly when something is going to go wrong. Believe it or not, there's some people right now today, they are afraid of doing the right thing. They are afraid of correcting their life, correcting their behavior. They are afraid to celebrate, understand their successes. They are afraid to smile. They are afraid to have joy. They are afraid to have peace in their life because the moment that they feel like that happens in their life is the same moment that they feel like everything will start to fall apart. Like, I'm scared to celebrate it. I'm scared to be happy for it. I'm scared to tell anybody about it because the moment that I do it, right, that's when it seems like everything starts to come against me. That's the moment that I feel like it's this and I, yeah, come on, we have to be real. We have to be real about it so that we can heal it, so that we can fix it. Understand me. And the truth of the matter is, you're not the only one. You're not the only one that's had that experience. You're not the only one that's experiencing that right now today. Trust me when I tell you, you will be amazed how many folk will look you in your face and say, yeah, but you know, don't get too happy. Yeah. You're not by yourself. Life be out here lifing. Things be out here happening. Understand me. And I get that. And what I'm saying to you this morning is, it's not that these things, you don't have the power, nor do I, to stop them from happening. That's not what Coach telling you this morning. You nor me, we don't have the power to stop life from lifing. We don't have the power to stop the trials or the tribulations from coming. We don't have the power, understand me, to make things not be what they doing, how they moving, whatever. We don't have that power. But what we do have the power over, what we do control, we control our response to it. Understand me, we don't have to give life to, we don't have to give energy to, we don't have to give attention to, nothing that's not in alignment with our higher self. If you know for a fact, hey, look, I can't give you that type of attention. I can't give you that type of response. I can't give you that type of energy. I can't give that to you. And what happens in that moment, Coach? You can't stop it from happening. But you can control the way that you respond to whatever it is that's happening. The amount of attention that you give to it, the amount of energy that you give to it. And yeah, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain is it won't take you out unless you allow it. It will not destroy you unless you allow it. It will not rock your world unless you allow it. Do you hear me? It won't take you out unless you allow it. It won't rock your world unless you allow it. You can be in the roughest and you can be in the toughest and you can be down bad. I'm talking about in the lowest level of your life. You can be looking at your life and saying, I ain't never been this low. I ain't never had to struggle like this. I ain't never been this way. Understand me? You can look at your life and guess what? Even at your lowest level in your life, but you can also look around and say, but you know what? I ain't never been at this much type of peace either. Even at my lowest state, over here don't have all the stuff that I'm used to having, can't do all the stuff that I'm used to doing, but the level of peace that I have right here where I'm at, understand, I'm good where I'm at. It's something about this peace. It's something about this joy. It's something about, I'm laying here and I ain't got what I used to have, but I'm so grateful for what I do have. And I'm telling you, I'm eating, baby. I'm sleeping, baby. I'm not pacing no floors. I'm not sliding down no walls. None of that. I'm good right here where I'm at. That's what we were promised. What you mean? The storm's gonna come. He never said that the storms wasn't gonna come. He said, I'm gonna give you peace in them. He's gonna give you peace in the middle of the storm. He's going to give you peace in the middle of the trial, peace in the middle of the tribulation, peace in the middle of the dark hour, peace in the middle of the trauma, the chaos, the dysfunctionalness. He says, hey, when they're walking around and they looking crazy, don't you worry about that right there. If you keep your eyes focused on me, if you stay locked in with me, what they go through, you won't go through. What they deal with, you won't deal with. Understand me, you can be in that situation, but you don't have no real connection to that situation. This is what I'm talking about. Paul is sitting there and he's a prisoner. Understand me, he's not a guard. He's not a CO. Understand me, he's not even a warden over here in this situation. He's a prisoner. Somebody just put it in my chat. I need you guys to fully understand the position of Paul. I really need you guys to understand the position of Paul. He's a prisoner. He's a prisoner. He's like nothing to them. Do you feel me? He's a prisoner. So he's like nothing to them. They are the guards. They're the COs. They're the ones that's in charge. And guess who? How in the world can the one that you're supposed to be in the worst state than everybody else? You over there, you don't know what your fate is supposed to be looking like. How you, the one over there? You understand me? You the prisoner. And you got this type of peace. How you the prisoner? Understand me? And you looking over there with this level of calmness and this aura about you, this peaceful aura about you when you the prisoner. That's what God do. That's what God do. In the middle of whatever it is that you're going through, no matter how hard you were looking at that thing and how bad people talking about it's going to be and this and that or whatever, you already know. You already know what you're dealing with in that moment right there. Understand me, you know who your provider is. You know who your protector is. Understand me, you know who your vindicator is. You already know who you are in partnership with. And when you know you are in partnership with the Most High God, I want you to put in your notes real quick. You do what? You wait different. Understand me, 14 days then pass. When you know who you are in partnership with, red ink, baby. Don't put that in black. I need that in red. You wait different. When you're waiting on God to move in your life, when you're waiting on God to remove something out your life, when you're waiting on God to give you an opportunity to open up a door, to make a way for you, to give you that yes, to change that situation around, when you are in partnership with God, you do what? Baby, you wait different. You wait so different. Can you imagine how it felt? Come on, Ladybug. Let's be real quick. Let's be real. Can you imagine what it felt like to be a prisoner on a ship? Understand me, for 14 days, and you seeing everybody else pacing the floor. You see everybody else stressed out. You see everybody else having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and you see everybody over there, and they in these huddles, and they trying to decide what they gonna do, how they gonna make it over to the shore, how far it is, how deep it is, and we know that they was stressed out. We know they was worried. Why? Because multiple times in the text is over here talking about about how they was dropping the anchor to do what? They was dropping stuff down in the ocean because they was checking to see the sea level. They was trying to figure out how far away, how deep is it? Can we jump overboard? Will we be able to make it to the shore? So we know that they were under stress because of the test that they kept performing. Hey now, say now, okay, you got to chill out. You got to chill out. You got to chill out. I was excited about this climate. I've been excited about this closing. I've been excited about this. She says, my God, hold up. Yeah. We know that they was under great stress. They was under great stress because the Bible tells us, right? It tells us how many times they was over there. They was checking it, trying to see where they was at, right? How deep the water was. They was over there analyzing it, trying to see how in the world are we going to get around it? Is there a way that we can, is it a way that we can finesse it? Can we throw some stuff out the boat? They got all these different things that they coming up with. Can you imagine Paul sitting over there watching them run around like this? When you are in alliance, when you are in partnership with Christ, you do what? You wait different. Red ink. That's going to save somebody right there. That's going, yeah, hold on, Lynn. I'm going to walk that one. That's going to save somebody. Somebody going to put that in red ink, and right when they about to throw in the towel, they going to flip their nose open, and they going to see that you wait different. Understand me. And that's going to get them, yeah, you wait different. When you're in alliance with God, when you're in partnership with God, then you wait different. Understand me. You understand that there's going to be some storms that's going to come in your life. There's going to be some trials that you're going to be facing. There's going to be some dark hours that you're going to have to deal with, and you're going to feel like everything is caving in on you. You're going to feel like that fire is actually going to singe you, going to burn you. Understand me? You're going to feel like that lion just might be hungry after all. You're going to be over there, and you're going to be in prayer, and you're like, I know I'm sending up the prayer, but I'm waiting on the fire. Understand me? And he says, hey, it's going to come, but when it comes, it's going to come in my time, not yours. You just be patient, right? You just be patient. I just need you to sit still in it. Understand me? I need you to wait differently. Because when I do my big one, I really does my big one. Understand me? Because when God does things in our life, he does it in a way where it's undeniable. Understand me? It's undeniable. I can't do it how you want me to do it, because if I do it how you want me to do it, then you're going to think that you've done it. Understand me? You're going to think that you're going to get the credit for it. If I do it the way you want me to do it, you're going to think that it was your thinking that got you there, that it was your work that got you there. Oh, I did that. I put that together. I came up with that. So God does it in a way where it's undeniable. That ain't nobody but God right there. Couldn't nobody do that but God right there. Baby, I don't even know how that happened. The way, yeah. Why? He says, because that's where the glory goes. When you're in alliance with the Most High God, when you're in partnership with the Most High God, I need for you to understand something. Red ink, you wait different. Paul sat there for 14 days. He went through everything that they was going through. He watched them go through all that. He's sitting and he's looking. And finally, Paul, now at his wit's end, right? Now at his wit's ends, and he says to these people, he said, hey, look, y'all need to sit down. Really? Let's put it in 2025 real quick. Paul now frustrated. Paul now aggravated. Paul now looking at these folks and saying, hey, look, I need for y'all to sit down. I need for y'all to take a seat. And when I need y'all to sit down because you're doing a little bit too much. Understand me? Paul is so bold, right? He's so bold and he's so locked in with the Most High God. This is how powerful your connection is with Christ. When you are in alliance, when you are in partnership, when you stay connected and you are following his instructions, his guidance along the way, he's going to always give you what you need way before you need it. Paul is so connected to Christ that Paul says to them, hey, y'all need to sit down and eat. Understand me? Y'all need to come and get y'all a bite. This been going on for 14 days. I've watched y'all power walk up and down the ship like somebody then stole your dog or stole your bike off your front porch. You just power walking up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I need for you to sit down. Not just sit down, I need you to sit down and eat. See, I need you to sit down and I need you to sit down and eat. You ain't ate nothing since. Hey, thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Helen. Come on. I need you to sit down and I need you to eat some. I need you to sit down and I need you to eat something. Can you imagine the faces of these people when they over there looking at him like, why in the world are you trying to tell us to sit down and eat something? Are you not aware of what's happening? We are out here in the middle of the ocean. We are out here and things is looking real bad for us right now. How in the world do you think that we're going to sit down and we're going to eat? Paul, right now, understanding who is what, God is in control. God is what? Aware. God is in control, right? God is always with you. And as long as he's with you, you will succeed. These are the things that Paul is very much aware of, right? Paul is operating with the same thought process that I tell you guys to operate with on a regular basis. What? God is aware. God is in control. God is always with me. And as long as God is with me, what? I will succeed. Understand me. I will succeed in every single area of my life. I will succeed in every single area of my life. That means nothing is off limits. I've surrendered everything that is me. I've surrendered to him already. So when you see me smiling and grinning in my life, when you see me showing up like it's already done, when you see me talking like I already got it, it's just because I got that type of faith. I got that type of trust. I got that type of belief in the person that I'm in alliance with. Understand me. He says he's not going to leave me, nor will he forsake me. Understand me. So I'm trusting in my alliance. I'm trusting in the partnership. This is what's happening in this moment. He says, sit down and eat. You've been walking in suspense for 14 days. Hey now, say now, right? Come on, for 14 days. Then after he says this to them, he does what? He takes the bread. The Bible says he takes the bread, he breaks the bread. And once he breaks the bread, he eats it, right? So he's being an example of what it is that he's saying to them. He's looking at them eyeball to eyeball, standing 10 toes to the ground, right? And he's doing it with what? With boldness. What did we talk about in devotion this morning? See, it's always a method now. Y'all know it's always a method to the teaching. What did we talk about in devotion this morning? We talked about the boldness. When you know that you are in alliance with the Most High God, baby, you are bold in every single thing that you do. You show up boldly. Understand me. When you do it boldly. You don't do it timidly. You don't do it tiptoeing. You don't do it whispering. You don't do it with no apologies. None of that. You walk around with your head up and your chest out, showing that confidence. You walk up and you walk into the room boldly. You don't shift to the room. You make the room shift to you. You make folk in that room ask, who is that? Who is that? And where did they come from? What is it that they, baby, that's that Godfidence. That thing be all over you. Understand me, that God glow, it be all over you. It make folk want to know who you are. It make folk want to be connected to you. It make folk want to do, I just want to touch you real quick. It make folk want to touch you. Understand me, not because of you, but because of everything that is on you. When God shows up in your life and he's the head of your life, when God is the one that's giving you the guidance, the instructions, you ain't got to say a word. It's in your actions. What'd you say? Put it in your notes. You ain't got to say a word. Sometimes we do too much talking. Jesus said, let them conversations be real light, baby. Yay and nay. Understand me. You ain't got to say a word. It's in your actions. I want you to put that in your notes real quick. It's in the action. There you go, Chef Shirley. Come on, baby. What? It's in the action. I ain't got to do too much talking. I ain't got to do too much talking. I ain't got to do all of that. Understand me. When I walk in, you gonna know that it's me. Understand me. When I walk in, you gonna know that it's me. That God glow is something different. It's undeniable. And what's gonna happen in my life, I ain't got to talk about it, because guess what? I ain't even the one that's about to do it. You're going to see how he going to show up. You're going to see exactly what it is that he's going to do. You're going to see it right there in real time. This is the God that we serve. And what did Paul do? Paul didn't do a whole bunch of talking. He gave the instructions. He said, for 14 days you walked around here in suspense. And if you don't eat, you're not going to survive. So what I need for you to do is, I need you to sit down and I need you to eat. The action after that was what? The action was after that was what? He took the bread, he broke the bread, and he ate it. He was an example of what it was that he was saying to them. In other words, Paul said, do what I do. Do what I do. The Bible says right after Paul took the bread, broke the bread, and ate the bread, they saw him and they did what? They followed. That's it. When he did it, they did it. You see what I'm saying? This is why you have to be a walking, talking, living, breathing example of what Christ would be right now here on this earth. Because whether you believe it or not, it's some folk that's always watching. I need for you to understand me. This is when coach tell you, listen, you have to make sure that you're doing the right thing, that you have to operate with that level of integrity. The reason why I tell you that is because even when you think nobody's watching, they're watching you. Understand me? Some good and some bad, but they're always watching you because it's some folk that's looking at you. Understand me? And they hurt. It's some children looking at you. It's some nieces and nephews that's looking at you. And they saying, if auntie do it, if she do it, I know I can do it. If I see, yeah, wait a minute. If my uncle do it, I know that I can do it. I just got to see one person take a bite. I got to see one person break the bread. I got to see one person walk through it. I got to see one. All it's going to take is one. You're on the ship. Understand me? You're on the ship. It's 276 people on the ship. 276 people on the ship. And all it took was for one person to say, sit down. All it took was for one person to say, break the bread. It was only took one person to eat the bread, and then everybody followed. Hey, yeah, you let that hit you high, May. You let, oh, wait, let that hit you high. Let that hit you high. Yeah, sit down, church folks. Sit down, church folks. Sit down. Hey, all it took was one. All it took was one. All it took was one. It don't even take a whole heap, understand me? Because he says, yeah, greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. So when you are in alliance with the whole, when you're in alliance right there with the Most High God, when you are in alliance with God, understand me, that's more than the whole entire world can be against you. When you are in alliance with him, baby, yeah, everybody, every devil in hell, everything can be against you, and you're still, this is fixed, baby. This is fixed. You're definitely not, you will not defeat me. All it took was one. All it took was one. Serious question of this morning, are you going to be that one? Are you going to be that one that's going to stand when everybody else want to sit? Are you going to be the one that's going to work when everybody else is being lazy and procrastinating and coming up with excuses? Are you going to be the one that's going to show up even if you got to show up by yourself? Are you going to be the one that's going to be that trailblazer? Are you going to be the one that's going to be that generational curse breaker? Are you going to be the one that's going to break off all of that, bad traditions and things from, all those family curses? Are you going to be the one? That's the question that you have to ask yourself, because I'm going to tell you right now, being the one means that you're going to, being the one means that sometimes you're going to be by yourself. Being the one sometimes means that, it's going to look like everything is caving in on you. It's going to look like life is unfair to you. When you are the one, baby, this ain't the easy route right here. The one is the black sheep. The one is the one that everybody spoke against. The one is the one that everybody cast out. The one is the one that everybody looked down on. The one is the one that everybody was discrediting. The one is the one that everybody was bashing. The one is the one that everybody said you couldn't make it, that you wouldn't make it, that you wouldn't be here. It costs to be the one. Hey. I'm going to act right. Okay. It costs to be the one. You're trying to figure out. Yes. Ooh. She says, hey, it costs to be the one. It costs to be the one. Friends say, bothered. I'm trying not to. You see me. I'm trying not to. Hey, it costs. Because sometimes you guys are looking at yourself and you're feeling less than. And you're feeling less than because you feel like everybody else is going this way and I'm going that way. Maybe it's a problem with me. No, it's not a problem with you. You are just that one. Understand me. You feel like, everybody is already in agreement and they saying this and they saying that. And I really don't feel comfortable with it and I really don't want to do it, baby. That's because you're that one. When you are that one, you will never be able to sit in the middle of dysfunction and be comfortable. When you are that one, you will never be able to tolerate no foolishness like everybody else. When you are the one, you stand out like a sore thumb. Understand me? When you are the one, don't nobody get it but you get it. Understand me? And that is okay. Understand? When you are the one, it comes with a cost. Hey. He's a prisoner. He's a prisoner on the ship. 276 people. All eyes on Paul. Paul said, you've been pacing the flow. My sisters and brothers in Christ, those of you who are gathered right here today, the days of us pacing the flow, let's bring them to a halt. quickly. Full stop. The days of you sitting and worrying and rocking, we're going to bring those to a halt. Full stop. The days of you sitting over there dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety and panic attacks and blowing inside of brown paper bags, trying to catch your breath, baby, right now in this moment, we speak against that in the mighty name of Jesus. We say full stop. And what we want you to do from this point forward, make sure you got your sticky note. I need for you to always remind yourself who you are in partnership with. Understand me, who you are in partnership with. I'm talking full stop. I ain't talking about slowing down. I'm talking full stop. It's over with, baby. No more sleepless nights. We're going to start resting well. No more no more sleepless nights. We gonna start resting well. No more missing meals. We done increased our appetite. Full stop. Understand me. This is how you have to show up in your life every day. Paul said what he said. Thank you so much, Amanda. Paul said what he said, and he did what? After he said what he said, he broke bread and he ate. He was an example. He showed them that even though I'm out here with you, I'm going through everything that you're going through. I see the winds. I see the waves. I hear the rocks hitting up against the side of the ship. I get that, understand that. But then Paul says something that is so profound. Paul says something that is so deep. Paul says something that took me all the way back, and I told y'all that on yesterday. I said, y'all, it rocked me, understand me, it shook me at my core. It almost turned me upside down spiritually, and it shook me, understand me. That's how powerful it was. Paul said to everybody that was on the ship, 276 folks on the ship, Paul says to them, he says, not a single hair on your head is going to be harmed. He says, we're all going to make it. Hear me. Oh my God. Do you know how I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Hey. Double tap on, double tap. Just double tap. Double tap on the screen. You got to that hits some of us. I'm going to wait on them. I'm going to wait on them to come back. When some people took off running. When they come back from running down the aisle, I'm going to get back into it. Y'all have to give us a second. We love a good word, baby. We love a good word. Y'all already know this is virtual church. It goes down over here. It starts about 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock to 8:10, somewhere around there we start, and then we be finished whenever we be finished. We can't give you a guaranteed time because this is not like a denomination, but it ain't a denomination, but it is a denomination because we kind of remind everybody of the Pentecostal, but then a little bit of the holiness mixed with a little bit of the Baptist. We kind of like everybody over here. So you have to pause. Yeah. When it's a good word, we have to sit in that good word. You have to give us a second. Just pause for us for a minute. Yeah, just give us a minute. I understand them, right? So for my new people, we might scare y'all over here. We get that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the stand up, sit down. Most of the time we always up. I get it. We never told you we was like your church, right? We never said that now. We never told y'all that. Y'all double tap on the screen. Let's get some love going. All 3 platforms. Let's go. Let's go. We ain't never tell y'all that now. Yeah, this right here, this is not formal. This is not formal. Sometimes it gets bad over here, baby. Pouring with sweat bad, baby. Yeah, energy through the roof bad, baby. Sometime over here on the right, they be running up and down the aisle. Sometime over here, they be in full-blown praise and worship. My middle part, you never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes my ushers, I don't even have my ushers sometimes. Sometimes my ushers just tear up the church with them. They ain't holding nobody. They ain't throwing no blankets over nobody. They can't even throw the blanket. The folks just laid out. Just don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. We just do it over here. We just do. Well, Paul says over here, right? Friend, Paul, hey, let me get 5 badges on the ground. Paul says not a single hair on your head. Do you know how much faith you really gotta have to look at 276 people and say that not one single hair? I'm talking about a strand. Have you ever pulled out a strand of your hair and seen how small that was? You can't even wash your hair in a sink without losing some type of hair. Understand me? You can't even comb
comb your hair, Paul, without losing a strand of hair. Understand, wait a minute. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is why me and my people got so excited. We understand how a strand of hair. Y'all might not have got it, but we got it. We got that. That's why we tore up the place when we did. Understand me? A strand of hair. You can't even comb your hair without you losing strands of hair. Understand me? You can't wash your hair without losing strands of hair. So you mean to tell me we out here in the middle of the ocean and the ocean is tearing up the boat? Understand me? The wind is blowing us left and right. The water is coming inside, and you are over here promising us that every single hair that's on our head is going to make it with us over there to the shore. Yes, he did. That's what he said. Go read it. That's exactly it. Yeah. He said every single piece, everything that's on you is going to make it. Everything that's going on you that's going to make it, right? Then they do exactly what Paul is doing. They break the bread, they eat the bread, right? So now it comes to a point where the centurions, where the people that's on the boat, the guards on the boat is like, hey, look, this thing is getting bad out here. This wind is blowing, the ocean is raging. Understand me, it's getting real bad, and we're gonna have to start taking some folk out if we want to survive. We're gonna have to start laying some folk down, because if we let them jump over the sides of the boat, then guess what they're gonna do? These are prisoners, and if we let them jump over the sides of the boat, some of them might be able to swim, and if they're able to swim, they're gonna escape. Understand me? If we let them jump over the side of the boat and they jump over and they swim, then they're going to make it. Can you imagine how that is? Here you are in the middle of the ocean, and you got all this going on, and what's on your mind? And what's on your mind is somebody escaping. You don't even realize the danger that your own life is in. You so set up on somebody not making it, somebody making it. You so set up on making sure that they don't make it. You so set up on making sure that the ocean swallows them up. You want to make sure that they don't get out of this so bad that you're willing to jeopardize your own life. What's on your mind right now, and you on the boat too, is that would have been the furthest thing from my mind. We're going to have to capture you again later, bro. We're going to have to put up the wanted signs and catch you again later. You think I'm going to be out there in the middle of the ocean? In the middle of the sea? All this going on, and I'm worried about that? No, I'm about to catch you again, bro. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Do your big one. They started talking about unaliving the prisoners. But because of what Paul had done on the ship. Wait a minute, back that thing up, coach. Because of what Paul had done on the ship. Well, coach, he was a prisoner. What you mean he done? He ain't did nothing on the ship. Because of what Paul had done on the ship. See, Paul's action on the ship wasn't physical action. Paul's actions on the ship was spiritual. Understand me? Paul showed up when everybody was running around there and they were struggling in the physical. Paul was out there on the ship operating in spirituality. Understand me? Paul was in a whole nother world. Paul, understand me, was all the way over in the spiritual realm of things. This is where, oh yeah, Paul, while they was running around trying to figure out what they was going to do in the physical, Paul was in the spiritual realm of things. Paul was over there doing more work, being a chained up prisoner, than anybody that was free running around. Oh, you better wait. Hold up. You got to slow that down. Understand me? So but he was doing way more work than anybody that was actually on the ship. Paul was in the spiritual realm of things. Understand me? He was already talking to God. Only a person that had an encounter, a relationship, that was in communication with God would be able to tell the folks to sit down. Only somebody that was in communication with the Most High God would be able to tell them to break the bread. Only somebody that was in communication with God, that was getting guidance, that was getting insight from the Most High God, would be able to tell them that all 276 of us were going to make it over to the shore, that we're all going to survive, that every single string of hair that we have on our head is going to make it. You have to be locked in. That's the power of connection. That's the power of connection. Understand? Paul did more work than anybody that was on that boat. Understand me? Paul had accomplished more on that boat as a prisoner, as than the people that was running around on there free. Understand me? See, y'all thinking that it has to be physical motion. Y'all thinking it's physical motion that actually means something. Y'all think that it's physical motion. Oh, no. That's why I'm teaching my people right now stillness. Give your mind the opportunity to decompress. Give your mind the opportunity to breathe. Understand me? So that you can think clearly, so that you can strategize, that you can make sure that the outcome is in your favor. Sit down, stillness. Understand me? It might not be no movement, but mentally, but spiritually, you got a lot of movement. You got a lot of action that's taking place, because when you learn how to operate with that level of stillness, what happens? You shut out all the noise in that moment, and not only are you you shut out all the noise, so you're able to hear. Hey, okay. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you gotta be in class for that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Hey. You have to be one of them ones, though. Come on now. You have to be one of those ones. This man is a prisoner on the ship and did more on that ship than anybody as a prisoner chained up on the ship. He did more on the ship than the ones that was running around free. He was a prisoner. Understand me? And he still let him know that this is what it is. This is what's going on, right? This is how this is happening. So because of what Paul did on the ship spiritually, says, Coach, you are so amazing. God's plan. What he did on the ship spiritually. He says, the centurions. I'm trying to hold it together over here. I tell you what, I love a good word. And I'm in a 14-day consecration and prayer. And baby, when I tell you, I could tear this whole thing up. Hey, and I'm just trying to keep it. I'm trying to be patient with this word. I really am. She says, girl, what she say? She said, girl, I'm trying to, hey, it's hard. It's hard when you try. Like, I'm really trying to give y'all, I'm really trying, hey. This man, it's what he done. It's what he done in the spirit. It's what he done in the spiritual realm. So when Coach tell you that everything that you do is spiritual, I need for you guys to take that, right? Take that what I say to you, and I want you to start taking it very, very seriously, because sometimes you be thinking that you have to come up with a physical plan, something that is tangible, something that you can touch. You feel like it has to be that, and sometimes what you need in your life, all you need is to be able to pray, understand me, and surrender it. Sometimes it's not even about what you can physically do. It's just about the prayer. Come on, LaShonda, baby, it's just about the prayer. Some things are above you. Sometimes it's above you, and you wear yourself out trying to do it. You damage yourself, and you cause more heartache, more pain, more brokenness trying to do it when it's just something that you should have surrendered because of who he was in the spirit. Thank you so much. Who was that? Last name is the Great. Thank you so much. He said, I want to keep him. I want to keep him, because they started speaking about unaliving the prisoners. But the centurion said, I want to keep him, speaking about Paul. I want to keep him. He says, but the centurions wanted to spare Paul's life and kept them from carrying out their plan. He ordered those who could swim to jump overboard first and get to land, and the rest were to get there on planks or on pieces of the ship. In this way, everybody will reach the land. And what I want to say to that part alone right there, right? When we look at this part, right? The centurions, they wanted to spare Paul because of what Paul did spiritually, right? But Paul, them sparing Paul also meant that they had to spare the rest of the prisoners that was also on the ship, because in this time, they have to also do what they consider to be fair. You can't save one prisoner and then not save all the rest of them. So if you're going to save Paul, then you have to also save all the rest of us as well, right? So you operating in the spiritual realm, you being the prayer warrior, you being the trailblazer, you being the generational curse breaker, you didn't even know that you were saving the generations that was coming behind you. Understand me, you didn't know that you correcting your behavior, that you becoming who God created you to be, that you operating in purpose. What you was doing, you thought that it was for you, and it's not just for you. What you do in the spiritual realm is for everybody that's also connected to you. So when you're thinking that you don't, I'm not contributing nothing to this life, and everybody will be better off without me, and I should throw in the towel, that's exactly what the enemy wants you to think. That's what he wants you to believe. Why? Because he knows that there's generations attached to you. Hey, Shay, I'm running. Hold on, Shay, come back. Yeah, come back. Hey. So I want you to throw in the towel. I want you to give up on yourself. I want you to walk away from it. I don't want you to walk in purpose. I don't want you to see your worth. I don't want you to see your value. I don't want you to have self-esteem. I don't want you to have confidence, because if you start having it, then guess what's going to happen? Then everybody that's coming behind you, they're going to start having it too. This whole entire time, I was able to bamboozle your family. I was able to hoodwink your family. I was able to finesse your family. I got everybody in your family. Cheryl Lynn, appreciate you so much for that love, sweetheart. Thank you for that CA. I was able to bamboozle your whole family. Come and talk to me, Lily. They don't want to have church, but I got to have church for like 2 seconds. I really and truly do, because that thing is on me so bad, so y'all going to have to deal with me real quick, right? So he was able to bamboozle your family. He was able to hoodwink your family, finesse your family, and do what? And tell y'all that your whole family is this way. Your whole family is a family that have children at 16 and 15. Your whole family is a family, that don't graduate. Your whole family is a family that'll always be in the projects, that'll always be down bad, that'll always be struggling. Your family is the family that'll always deal with these generational curses. Understand me? And this brokenness and this dysfunction. This is what he wants you to believe. And then if you decide that I'm going to break the mold, I'm coming up out of that, I'm going to think different, I'm going to live different, I'm going to show up different, then guess what happens in that moment? You free everybody that's connected to you. Oh, God, yeah, come on. Yeah. This ain't just a breakthrough. Come on, Bella. Baby, this ain't, now wait a minute, hold on. This ain't just a breakthrough for you. This is a breakthrough for everybody that's connected to you. Baby, you might not like what it is that I'm doing. You might not appreciate my growth and my development. You might not understand it fully, but I guarantee you this. Understand me, the moment that I start walking in this thing, the way that God called me to walk in this thing, it's going to free you. Understand me, your new rebuttal to the people that's in your life, the ones that's connected to you, you start looking at them directly in their face. Come on, Amanda, eyeball to eyeball, and you should start telling them right then and there, baby, what mama doing? Hey now, thank you, Candace. Hey, what mama doing? What auntie doing? Understand what big cousin doing? Baby, this right here, this gonna free you. Understand, this gonna free you. You might not like the boundary that I'm putting in place because it's new to you. You might not like the fact that I'm telling you no right now because it's new to you. You might not like the fact that I'm holding you accountable right now because this is new to you. You ain't used to me behaving this way, but now that I've had this encounter, I'm holding folk accountable. Now that I've had this encounter, I'm treating folk differently. Baby, you might not like it in a moment, but look at my eyeball to eyeball. This gonna free you. Hey. Oh, yes. Come on. Hey, this gon' free you. This gon' free you. Yeah, you don't like it because it's uncomfortable. You don't like it because it's brand new. But listen when I tell you, yeah, this gon' free you. Yeah, uncomfortableness is a part of the process, right? Uncomfortableness is gonna be a part of the process. You ain't gonna like me now, but you gonna love me later. When you see what it is that I'm able to do, understand me. When you see me do it and you start doing it, you gonna, oh yes, Auntie gonna free you. I love you so much, I'ma free you. I love you so much that yeah, I'ma free you. Just wait. Let Auntie go through it. Understand me? Let me experience it so I can show you that it can be done. Oh baby, yeah, that's hey. The centurions wanted to spare Paul, right? So he ended up keeping everybody because he couldn't spare Paul without keeping sparing everybody else. So they told him to go, whoever could swim to go overboard. And then they did that. And then he told the other ones, if you can't swim, you're gonna have to make it over there on the planks. So as we went on down, it says, once safely on shore, we found out that the island was called Malta, right? The islanders showed unusual kindness. They built a fire and welcomed us all because it was raining and cold. Paul gathered a pile of bushels means pieces of sticks and all of that stuff to be able to throw into the fire, and he put it in the fire, and a viper driven out by the heat fastened itself on his hand. Now what happened in this moment? Paul done been on the ship, he done been spiritual all up on the ship, he done got everybody all the way over to the dry land. He did all of this. Is it Lakeisha? Lakeisha, thank you so much for that CA. I appreciate that blessing, sweetheart. Now listen, now he done got everybody off the ship and over there to dry land. All 276 folk. All 276 folks is over there on dry land. And not only are they over there on dry land, and they being shown hospitality. Not only did you make it, you're being treated well. All 276 folks that was out there for 14 days being tossed to and from, that was scared, that was walking around in suspense. All 276 folks that was refusing to eat because they lost their appetite due to fear, stress, and anxiety. You're going through all these different emotions. Come on, IG, can we get 5 badges over there? Let's get some love going on over there, right? All this going on, right? All this going on. And yeah. You've been stressed out like that, and now I told y'all was gonna make it, and y'all looking around at each other. Can you imagine the conversations? Come on, Amanda, can you imagine the conversations? Oh, how in the world did he know that all 276 of us was gonna make it? How in the world did he know that this was going to happen? Oh my God, he told us to start eating. We started eating. He told us to calm down. We were calm. We did everything that he told us was gonna do. Are you not looking at what happened in this moment? And you mean to tell me that nobody perished? Nobody is unalive? You mean to tell me that we all made it? All 200 odd people we whispering and murmuring up under their breath? Can you imagine the groups that they had already put together? They over there all up in their little groups like, girl, come here. You know what I'm saying? I wonder who this man is. Who is this man that said that all 276 of us was going to make it? And we really did make it. All of us is right here, right now. Oh my God, who is this guy? Right? You can imagine, right? This is going on in this moment. So here go Paul regular smegular, Paul regular smegular, but everything but regular and smegular, right? He over there gathering bushel just like everybody else. He grabs the bushel, he's throwing it into the fire, and because the fire is so hot, you know, the viper is intertwined inside of the bushel, right? So when you go and dissect the scripture, you find that the viper was buried inside of the wood pieces that Paul had picked up. So it was inside of there, so he did not know that it was in there, right? So it caught him by surprise. So what happened was, when he gathered up the bushel, he takes the bushel over there, he throws it inside of the fire. When he throws it in the fire, the heat drives the viper out, and the viper does what? It fastens, it bites down into Paul's skin. Hey. He did all that work, got him all the way over there. I did like everybody else gathering the wood. Y'all enjoying the finest things in life. When I say this, church people, do not sit down. I want y'all to sit down because y'all go, yeah. Oh, we got some time. Wait a minute, stand up. I didn't know we still got some time, baby. We could tear this up again. We could tear this up real quick. Hey, we could tear this up a little bit. Hold on now. So now let me say this to you. Let's keep in mind that he just saved their life, right? Have y'all have not forgotten that part, right? Y'all have not. Y'all have not forgot that, right? Right, Lily? He didn't save y'all life. The only reason why y'all are alive right now is because the centurion wanted to save Paul's life, spare Paul's life. So in order to spare Paul's life, they also had to spare y'all's life. So y'all are here because of Paul. Y'all ate because of Paul. Y'all on dry land because of Paul. And now that the viper have bit Paul, these same folk that are alive right now by Paul, how about they're waiting on Paul to become unalive by the viper? They are, yes, the same folk that you that went outside your way to help will be the same ones that's waiting on you to become unalive. They will sit there and watch you suffer. They'll sit there and wait on you to swell up. They'll sit up there and wait on something bad to happen to you. It never says that anybody jumped up to try to snatch it off of Paul. Never said that anybody tried to get any type of medication or any type of wrapping or dressing to try to assist Paul. Understand me? The scripture says they stood around and they watched. Understand me? They was waiting to see if he was going to swell and become unalive. Wait a minute. Are you, wait. This is the same man that saved all of y'all's life. And you mean to tell me this is why you cannot be, this is why you can't be caught up in folk. This is why you can't put your trust in folk. This is why you can't be relying on folk. This is why your loyalty is not with people, but your loyalty is with God. This is why your loyalty is not with people, but your loyalty is with God. The same folk that he just saved is the same folk that's waiting on him to swell. Hey now, say now. Hey, you might as well talk to me. You might as well talk to me nice. Yeah, you might as well. I ain't gonna turn it loose. You might as well. Oh, yeah, peaches. Yeah, listen, they might as well talk to me nice. I'm not gonna turn it loose. I got more. I'm not turning it loose right. I got more. Be kind. You might as well talk to me nice. Yeah, if you're new here, this might scare you a little bit because we get high energy. Sometimes we go into praise and worship. Sometimes we dance and ain't no telling what's gonna happen. So if you one of those people and you get scared easily, index finger on screen, push up, right? Index finger on screen, push up. This might be a little bit too much for you. Understand, because we ain't gonna saturate it. We ain't gonna dilute this word. The same folk that you go outside of your way for, the same ones that you bend over backwards for, the same ones that you will make all these sacrifices and do all go above and beyond the call of duty for, will be the same ones, understand me, that will sit back there and watch you struggle, that'll watch you go through it. And this is the reason why, I'm saying it one more time for my folks that's in the balcony, understand me, this is the reason why your loyalty is not with other people. Your loyalty have to be with God. This is the reason why your partnership is not with other people. Your partnership is with God. This is the reason why your alliance is not with other people, but your alliance is with God. Because in one season, you're helping them and they are grateful for the help and they're celebrating the hospitality that is there because of you. And then in the next minute, just like that, right? Everybody out there by the fire, and you're the one that's grabbing the bushel to keep the fire that's keeping them warm, to keep it burning. And guess what? They watching you. Oh my God. Paul gathered a pile, a bushel, and put it in the fire. The viper, then driven out by the heat, fastened itself on his hand. When the islanders saw the snake hanging from his hands, they said to each other, "This man must be a murderer. For though he escaped the sea, the goddess Justice has not allowed him to live." They said, Hold on. Though he made it from the sea, he ain't gonna be able. Yeah, how you was just celebrating me? How you was just bringing me stuff, showing us all kind of love? We done got over here, everybody. Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. Paul did what? Paul shook the snake off and suffer no ill effects. As you're going more into the scripture, you're going to see where they were actually staring him down. It's going to talk about how they were staring him down. They're going to talk about the murmuring that was happening one amongst another, waiting on something to happen, and it never did. It never did. It never had no ill effect on Paul at all. Understand me? So in essence, what I'm telling you guys today is, when I break this down, it says Paul's shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, symbolizes challenges, trials, and the importance of steadfast faith. This shipwreck that I'm talking to you about, that I'm teaching you about, right? Oh yeah, they had all type of stuff going on. They had all type of thoughts. They had all type of think pieces going on about Paul in this moment, right? They had all kind of stuff going on. But in essence, the breakdown is this right here. This shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, symbolizes the challenges, the trials, and the importance of what? Steadfast faith. When you are in partnership with God, you wait different. You wait different. You go through life different. You go through challenges and trials different. Your level of faith is steadfast, it's unshakable, it's unmovable. Understand me, this is what it's like to be in real partnership with God. Literally and more metaphorically, on both ends, to break down is the steadfast faith. Apostle Paul experienced several shipwrecks. This ain't the only one. Several shipwrecks. One detailed in Acts 27 and mentioned others throughout his writings. So as you're continuing to go through and study like how I tell y'all to go study, y'all gonna find that Paul is going to be speaking about several different shipwrecks that he actually experienced, right? But 27 is one of the ones that we hear the most about. But the shipwrecks that Paul was having was some that he spoke about that was literally, and some of them was a spiritual type of experience, right? So I want you guys to do a thorough study on Paul, because there's so much more to this. It says these events highlight the danger of the ancient seas traveled, the resilience of faith, and the potential for spiritual shipwrecks. Yeah, y'all gonna wait on that one. What you say, Coach? What you say, Coach? These events highlight the danger of the ancient sea travel. Back then, traveling the sea was a dangerous thing. And it wasn't something that everybody would be able to do. Because that water, it was unpredictable. You didn't know what it was going to do from one moment to the next. Which is what? Life. It's unpredictable. You don't know what it's going to do from one moment to the next. So Paul not only was he in real life shipwrecks, but he was also in spiritual shipwrecks, right? So when he speaks about these things as he goes into his teaching with the people. So what I'm telling you guys right now is, when we look at life, and the reason why I'm always talking about this water and staying with your boat and getting to safety is because our life is also a symbol of what? The water, of the ocean. Understand me? It's unpredictable. You don't know what it's going to do from one moment to the next. One moment everything is going good. The next moment the bottom is falling out. One moment you smooth sailing and everything is so cool. And then next thing you know, here comes something else. And then before you know it, you're like, oh my God, I feel like my life is a whole shipwreck. I don't know what's going on here, what's going on there. I don't know about this, don't know about that. And then you find yourself in this upward battle, right? Trying to figure your life out. Understand me, this is what Paul is also over here talking about. These events highlight, right? I want to make sure you got it in your notes. These events highlight the dangers of ancient sea travels, the resilience of faith, and the potential of spiritual shipwrecks. Go ahead and put it in the notes. If anybody need me to rewind, just put rewind in the chat. These events highlight the danger of ancient sea travel, the resilience of faith, and the potential of spiritual shipwreck. Let's get it. All right. Literal shipwrecks. Put that on your highlight right there, literal. I want you to put it as a highlight, literal. Literal, shipwrecks. That's Acts 27. This chapter details a harrowing sea voyage where Paul and others were shipwrecked on the island of Malta. Despite the conditions and the loss of the ship, everyone on board survived. That's the literal shipwreck. This actually happened. This was something that happened, that was detailed, that was documented, and this is what we have right there, right? This is what we got right there. This chapter details a harrowing sea voyage where Paul and others were shipwrecked on the island of Malta. Despite the conditions and the loss of the ship, everyone on board survived. Right? That's Acts 27. 2 Corinthians 11:25. 2 Corinthians 11:25. Right? Paul mentioned being shipwrecked 3 times, indicating he faced other shipwrecks not explicitly recorded in the Bible. These instances underscore the danger inherited in Paul's missionary journey. 2 Corinthians 11:25. When we're going there, we're going to find out that Paul spoke about 3 other times when he was in a shipwreck, right? Indicating he faced other shipwrecks not explicitly recorded, which meant these other 3 we may not be able to find documented, but there were other times that it actually happened. These instances underscores the danger inherited in Paul's missionary journey. In other words, Paul is saying it wasn't just one time that I had to go through something. It wasn't just one time that I had this type of experience, that I had to go through this multiple times. I had to endure this multiple times. It was several times throughout my missionary journey of me working that I actually had to deal with some stuff, right? And this right here is what I'm saying to you. That's going to be us as well. Don't think that you're not going to continue to go through things. As long as you got breath in your body, you're going to have life experiences. There's going to be some things that's going to come, and it's going to be be some things that you're going to be hard. It's going to be some stuff that's going to be difficult. It's going to be some stuff that's going to be complicated. It's going to be some stuff that's going to have frustration, aggravation, and annoyance attached to it. But what has to remain the same? Your faith. You still have to be steadfast in your faith, trusting and believing that God is going to do exactly what he said that he was going to do. I'm never going to leave you nor forsake you, that I'm going to be your protector, that I'm going to be your provider, that I'm going to make sure, understand me, that it won't prosper. That it won't prosper. I didn't say that it wasn't going to form. I didn't say that it wasn't going to come into manifestation. I said that it won't prosper. These shipwrecks that Paul is mentioning to these people in his teachings in 2 Corinthians 11 and 25, it's 3 other times. And he lets them know that they may not be documented, but they actually happened. And these things symbolizes to us. He's teaching us this in 2 Corinthians 11:25 because he wants us to know that you have to be prepared for life to be unfair. Somebody put that in your notes real quick. Somebody need to document that. Somebody need to write that down. Somebody need to throw a highlight on that. Yes, God never promised us a soft life. And I keep saying that to you because I want you guys to dismantle that thinking. I want y'all to get that out of your thinking that you're promised a soft life, that everything is going to be a beautiful pillow of pink roses, and that's not the case. Understand me, spiritually, when you have a great spiritual life, great mental health, understand physical health and emotional health, then you start to experience life differently, not because it's no trials or it's no tribulations that's there, but because of the amount of time, energy, attention, and effort that you give to it. You're still going through it. You just got peace in it. Yeah, I'm going through like you're going through. I just got peace in it. My comfort comes from my comforter. My comfort comes from my comforter. It comes from my knowledge of knowing who I'm in alliance with. It comes from who I'm in alliance with. My life ain't easy breezy. I'm not always on the up and up. Some days I cry too. Some days I'm upset as well. Understand me? But even with tears rolling down my eyes, my faith is still steadfast. Even though my heart is broken, my faith is still steadfast. Even sometimes I don't want to get up, but but my faith is still steadfast. And because my faith is steadfast, I still push myself to get up. I still do it with the tears in my eyes. I still do it with a broken heart. Why? Because I know the consequences of me not doing it, and I can't afford to go back to the life that I used to live. I can't afford to go back to the person that I used to be. I don't want to deal with depression. I don't want to deal with anxiety. I don't want to deal with panic attacks. I don't want to deal with being not enough or feeling not enough. I know the consequences of me going back, so I do it. Even on the days when I don't feel like it, don't want to be bothered, mad at the world, I still show up. Why? My faith is steadfast. Metaphorical shipwrecks. Because I can't just say something to y'all getting this breakdown, because I just can't say something to you when I don't break it all the way down for you. That's not how I teach. So I have to make sure you understand it and understand it in full detail. So I have to give you scriptures to back it, and I have to give you notes that support it. Metaphorical shipwrecks. That's METAPHORICAL, shipwrecks. Paul speaks about this in 1 Timothy 1 and 19. Your highlight is metaphorical shipwrecks. Paul speaks about this in 1 Timothy 1 and 19. Yeah, you don't give incomplete information or inaccurate information. You make sure when you're teaching God's people that you give it to them in its entirety, and you break it down to the best of your ability, and you give them where they can go and they can study it further, because the more that they know about it, the better that they will be able to apply that information to their life. If I give it to you wrong, you gonna use it wrong. If I don't tell it to you the right way, you won't use it the right way. Understand me? So now, this is why I take my time and I break it down like this. I don't care if it takes me 2-3 weeks to teach y'all one thing, then I'm gonna do it just like how I've been doing it. This is just what you're gonna get. It says what the passage is again. It's gonna be 1 Timothy 1:19. 1 Timothy 1:19. There you go. And it says, Paul warns against those who have shipwrecked their faith. It's another time when he's talking about, he said you shipwreck your faith. Meaning they have rejected faith and good conscience. Over in Timothy, 1 Timothy 1:19, Paul warns against those who have shipwrecked their faith. What does that mean? Remember I told you he was talking about literally and metaphorically. Metaphorically, shipwreck, Paul is warning them over in 1 Timothy 19. He says, listen, y'all have rejected faith and a good conscience. In other words, y'all out here doing whatever y'all want to do. However y'all want to do it. Y'all out here moving by your own direction. And no conscience about it at all. Just doing stuff, not even thinking about it. Not even giving it an afterthought. This is what he said. He said, y'all have rejected your faith. Y'all have shut God completely out of everything that y'all doing. That's right, land. Running a complete muck. This is what he's telling them. Right? In Hebrews 3:12-4, this passage uses the imagery of shipwreck to warn against the deceitfulness of sin and the danger of falling away from a living faith. Again, over here we're talking about the shipwreck in the sense of the spiritual sense, right? So in Hebrews 3:12-14, right, they're using this passage to warn against, they say it's shipwrecked again, the shipwrecked faith. It's saying that, hey, look, against the deceitfulness of sin and the danger of falling away from living faith. Again, this whole entire passage about Paul in the shipwreck is all about the steadfast faith. So when we say that you can't have fatigue faith, you can't have shaky faith, you have to actually know where you stand, right? And it's important. This is why we know that it's important. It says, this is how you know that it's important. Shipwreck faith. This term, often used in sermons and Christian literature, refers to a spiritual falling away where a person abandons their Christian belief and walk. Yes, I did go look up what that meant. I sure did. Because I wanted to make sure I was able to tell y'all. And I did. No worry. Hey, what I told you. Got to be complete and it has to be accurate. Sure did. Shipwreck faith. This term is used in sermons and Christian literature, refers to a spiritual falling away where a person abandons their Christian belief and walk. Do y'all have that in y'all notes? Y'all got that in y'all notes? Oh yeah, we got to make sure you know. And when you have it in your notes, the real question is, am I experiencing shipwreck faith? Right now, am I experiencing shipwreck faith? I want everybody to do a faith check. I'm asking every single one of you guys that's on here on all 3 platforms, after this video is over, because I know some of y'all like, wait a minute, man, I feel a little bit convicted. I feel inspired. I feel motivated. But there's also a part of me that feels very much convicted. I need to check my faith level. I need to make sure that I'm operating with the right level of faith. I need to make sure that my own faith is not shipwrecked. I need to look at my life. I need to observe my life, evaluate my life. And I need to make sure that my life is in alignment, right, with the will of God. Because there is some times when I can honestly say that I'm out here doing my own thing. I'm out here do what however, and I don't even think nothing else about it. We need to correct that. We need to fix that, right? We need to correct that. We need to fix that. Why? Because ain't no way in the world you purposely trying to self-sabotage. So I need you to check that. Do a faith check. Do a faith check. Look over your life and make sure that you're not operating with that shipwreck faith. Do a faith check. What you checking for? I'm trying to make sure I ain't got that shipwreck faith. I need that. No. Says this term is often used in sermons and Christian literature, referring to the spiritual falling away. Are you spiritually falling away? Where a person abandons their Christian beliefs. Have you not been prioritizing your spiritual practices? Have you not been reading? Have you not been studying? Have you not been fasting, praying, meditating, laying before God? It says where a person abandons their Christian beliefs. That's your pressure plan. Those are the things that keeps you connected. Have you been abandoning those things? I'm saying all of this to you because as you're doing your evaluation, these are questions that I want you to ask yourself. Am I really doing all that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really showing up the way that I'm supposed to show up? Have I really been committed, right? Have I really been on board? Have I been doing just the bare minimum? Is my faith in the red right now? Have I been doing the bare minimum, or have I been doing just enough to get by? Have I been doing just enough to say that it was done, read over the chapters, but really didn't dissect any of the chapters? Just want to be able to say that I read it. Yeah, we need to know. Come on, be real about yourself. Understand me. This evaluation is between you and God. You can't hide from you, and you definitely can't hide from him. He already knows the truth. When you sit down and you do your evaluation on yourself, your faith check on yourself, after you get finished, you hold yourself accountable for saying, I'm going to tighten this up. Whatever this is, if that's a weak area, if that's a deficit in your life, if that's something that you're lacking in, you have to say, I'm going to hold me accountable. I got to fix that in my life. I can't afford to be doing that. Wait a minute. Who do I think that I am? I gotta get serious. I can't afford to abandon my Christian beliefs and my walk. Semblance of shipwreck is loss and suffering. Shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, represents loss, suffering, and the potential for despair. And I know all my boot campers right now is like, oh my God, it's like she be teaching one thing from here to there, and then we be tying in together, and then we be like, oh my God, you just told us that. Yes, I did in boot camp class on Monday night. I definitely did. Self-accountability. It says symbolism, symbolism of shipwreck, or the results of the shipwreck, however you want to write it, loss and long suffering. Your disconnection, get your red ink pen out. Your disconnection, hear me when I say this to you, it's going to cost you. Your disconnection, your disobedience, that's going to cost you. Understand me. Every single time that you step out of that wheel and start following your own fleshly desires, doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, baby, let me hear. News flash, that's going to cost you. What did we say the other day? I was sitting on a panel with somebody, and they said, when God is testing me, it tore my doggone nerves up. Baby, I'm telling you, my face was balled up and everything. It bothered me. Why? Because we know, I've taught you guys that already, right? God don't do no testing. God do not test you, and God don't tempt you. And now here we are sitting on a panel, and you got about 500 or 600 people out in the audience, and they clapping and yes, God don't test you. Why do y'all still believe that? Why do y'all still say that? Why do y'all still think that? Didn't I say dismantle that? Didn't I say stop saying that? Didn't I give y'all the scripture to back that up, to tell y'all that is not accurate, that's misinformation? I told y'all that already, and y'all still be in the audience. Hey, they ain't no right. That is not right. I be getting mad, be getting frustrated. Keep clapping for stuff and hollering for stuff that ain't right. Just don't even be knowing. You are led. God don't test you. He don't test you, and he don't tempt you. He's not one that does testing or tempting. And he says that over in the book of James. Understand me. We are tested and we are tempted by the adversary only. And the only way that the adversary is able to test or tempt us is by our own fleshly desires. It has to first be a desire that is in the inside of you first. The enemy can't use nothing on you that you don't want. If you don't want it, you're not going to be tempted by it. If it's not already a part of your makeup, then no matter how much he dangles it in front of your face, you're not going to want it. You're not going to want it. You're not going to fall for it. You're not going to want to deal with it. It's not going to be a part of nothing that's in your life or anything like that. And she say, what's the scripture? James 1:13 through 22. James 1:13 through 22. Go read about it. Over there, when you're going to read, you're going to slide on down there. Let me get it for you right there. Over there, when you get to 13, it says, when tempted, no one should say God is tempting me, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. Hello. It says, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. Then after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is fully grown, give birth to unalive. There you go. That's not in his makeup. That's not what he does. Just a clapping. That's not what he does. Yeah. For sure. It's not testing. He's not tempting. God operates with decision making, and decision making only. He presents you with the truth. Then he presents you with your desires. He presents you with the truth. He presents you with your desires. And he allows you to make a choice. It's either you're going to choose you and the flesh, or you're going to choose what I got for you. Your DRC is going to be the determining factor in which way you go in life. Shipwreck is a symbol of losing, of loss, and suffering. Shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, represents loss, long suffering, and potential for despair. Sometimes we choose to do things and we see the possibility of damage, possibility of hurt. Thank you, Danielle. The possibility of us being down bad, or the possibility of loss. And what I told them over in boot camp yesterday, I said, when you see the potential in it being hurtful, in it being harming and damaging to you, the potential enough should be enough for you to say, I don't want it. Thank you, Kim Brown. That should be enough for you to say that I don't want it, that I'm not dealing with that. I'm not putting up with that. Understand me? Because falling in love with potential, dancing around with potential, being flirty over there with potential, that right there is costly. It's costly. The importance of perseverance. In every single situation that you face, every obstacle, every trial, understand me, your perseverance. Understand me, being able to be steadfast, to be unshakable, to be unmovable. This is how we have to be in the faith. When you say that you are a believer, when you say that you are locked in, thank you, Essence Witherspoon. Appreciate that, CA baby. When you say you locked in, you have to really be locked in. Come on, Crystal Burris. How are you doing this morning? When you say you locked in, you have to make sure that you're locked in. When you say you committed, you have to be really committed. When you say this is what you're doing, you have to be all the way in that. I'm talking about no shades of gray. Understand me? No room for doubt. No room for nobody to dump anything over in it. The importance of perseverance, Paul's endurance through the literal shipwreck, and his warnings about spiritual shipwreck emphasizes the need for perseverance in faith and obedience to God. Your pillar is importance of perseverance. Your pillar is importance of perseverance. I ain't seen Kira in a minute. I ain't seen Tifa in a minute. I ain't seen Kim in a minute. Who else I'm missing over there? I seen Tara over there. I ain't seen Rashida. Where y'all at? I need to make sure y'all getting y'all notes. I need to make sure y'all locked in. I need to make sure. I seen Kira Chop James. She's up. Okay. They go Kim. They go Tifa. Okay. I seen Cook as well. Oh yeah, I'm looking for y'all. Crystal, I've been seeing you. I know you over there. Oh, they go Tara. Yeah, I knew I had seen you, Tara. I'm looking for y'all. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for y'all. With Lynn, I seen Lynn at one point. I ain't seen her in a minute. Your pillar is importance. Thank you so much, Melanie Smith. There go Lynn. Okay, there go Nikki with the word. I want to make sure y'all got y'all notes. I need y'all notes to be accurate. Lady Chanel, thank you so much for subscribing, sweetheart. I see Rambo over here on the Book of Many Faces. Danielle, I see you, okay? All right, there go Amanda, present. All right, so your pillar is going to be the importance of perseverance. Your note up under that is going to be Paul's endurance through literal shipwrecks, and his warnings about spiritual shipwrecks empathizes, I think I said that wrong, the need for perseverance in faith and obedience. Emphasizes that word tore me up just now. It was bothering me even though I was still reading, right? Emphasizes the need for perseverance in faith and obedience to God. That's how important it is. That's how important it is. That faith and obedience to God. Paul and this shipwreck experiences literally and metaphorically. It's him teaching to us the need for perseverance in faith and in obedience to God. In faith and obedience to God. Where should your perseverance be? In faith and in obedience to God. She said, I just love your teaching. Thank you. It's God's plan for sure. God's plan for sure. It's important. That's important. Where should your perseverance be? In faith and in obedience to God. This should be something that you are working towards and working on every single day. No days off, right? So that's that pillar. The next pillar, right? Number, that's the next one. Is God's providence. God's providence. That's another pillar for you. God's providence. PROVIDECE. Even in the midst of difficulties, trials like shipwrecks, God can work for us, as seen in Paul's experience on Malta. Even in the midst of difficulties, trials like shipwrecks, God can work for good, as seen in Paul's experience on Malta. In other words, wait a minute, that's providence. I said providence. Lord Jesus, help me. That's his providence. I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Y'all know what I meant. Providence, God's providence, my providence. I just said it exactly how I looked at it. Don't even worry about it. But it's God's providence. Even in the midst of the difficult trials like shipwreck, God can work for our good, as seen in Paul's experience on Malta. So what do you want me to take away from that, Coach? That even though it might look like hell, God can turn it around for your good. Even though it may look like you at the end of that rope, God can turn it around for your good. Even though you may feel like there's no coming back from where you currently are, God can turn that thing around for your good. Even though the doctors may have said that we've done all that we can do, we've put in everything that we can put in, we've examined, we did re-examine, we've did this, we did that. Understand, God can come in and he can wipe it completely clean. You can feel like, oh yeah, well, I'm in the bottom of the bottom, in the lowest of the lowest, and the God that we serve, he can take what the enemy meant for your bad and he can utilize it for your good. Understand me, that's exactly what, Joseph had to tell his brothers. Remember, he said, what y'all meant for my bad, God used it for my good. Understand me, every rock that was thrown at you, every slur, every time somebody discredited you, every time somebody bashed you, every time somebody counted you out, every time somebody said that you would not make it, could not make it, understand me, you can utilize those things to motivate you, to push you, to inspire you, to be every single thing that they said that you could not be. Why? Because you're in partnership with a God that can make it happen. He is a provider, and God's providence, even in the midst of the difficult trials like a shipwreck, even out there in the shipwreck, sitting on the boat as a prisoner, because God knew, because of the fact that Paul knew who he was in partnership with. He said, sit down and break bread, sit down and eat. You're walking around in suspense, you're walking around in worry. Every single one of us, all 276 of us, we're going to make it to shore and we're going to be just fine. Every single hair on our head is going to make it with us. It will not be harmed. Understand me, that was Paul showing that he knew that God was going to provide, that God was going to show up, that God was going to take a situation that was meant for his bad and he was going to turn it around for his good. God's providence is the pillar. Even in the midst of difficult trials like shipwrecks, God can work for good, as seen in Paul's experience on Malta. Right? I think I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to pick up on the pillar of relying on God. I'm going to pick up on there tomorrow, and then I'm going to go into the rest of this. But I'm going to start right here tomorrow. If you enjoyed this message today, if you got what you needed today, I want you to do me a favor, double tap on my screen. Oh, I got some more out of this. I had to make sure that I broke this thing down all the way down for everybody. I wanted to make sure that everybody fully understood exactly what was happening in this moment. You want me to tell you why? Because we have heard this story over and over and over again, right? We've heard it over and over again. We've danced, we've shouted to the story, but it's time that we really fully understand the details of this story, the ins and outs, parts of this story, so that people can know exactly how to apply these principles to their life. It's not enough for us to say that Paul made it. Oh, he made it over there. We need to know, why did Paul make it? Understand me, we needed to know why Paul made it over there, one, and how he made it over there, two, and we needed to also know what was the impact of why did he go through what he went through. Look at all the other people's lives that was protected because of his connection to Christ. All of these things need to be put out there, right? We talk about all the time of the fire and the brimstone and how everybody is going to hell and everybody this and everybody that. We need to also talk about how God is saving. Understand me, how God is preserving, how God is showing mercy, how he's showing grace. And even though these people were prisoners over here on this boat, he still had love and he still showed love to them. Even though they were prisoners, understand me, their life was still spared. Why we don't talk about that? Why don't preach about that? Some of them had done, some of them had done the unthinkable. But their life was spared because of Paul's life and Paul's connection to Christ. They was able to live and not be swallowed by the ocean. Why we don't talk about that? Why we don't tell people? Understand me, you might think that you've done so much that God don't look. I still love you. He's still calling you. He still have redemption for you. He still have mercy for you. He didn't pick and choose what people he was going to the cross for. When he went to the cross, he went to the cross for every single one of us. So everybody that wake up, when you got breath in your body, activities of your limbs, clothed in your right mind, just know he went to the cross for you too. Understand me? And there's still room for you. But you gotta want it. I gotta teach it this way so you can see that there's still a place for you. So that you can understand the context. So that you can apply these things to your life. And you can experience grace. You can experience mercy. You can experience love. That's not just set up for certain people. Come on. Come on. This word was tight, but it was right. If it gave you exactly what you needed this morning, if I blessed your soul, if I lifted your spirit, if I gave you a different way to look at things on today, do me a favor and show some love across all 3 platforms, man. Thank y'all so much for giving me your ear on today, for allowing me to speak to your heart, to speak to your spirit, for allowing me to teach on today to such a beautiful group of people, man. Thank you guys so much for just listening. You guys were, just so attentive. I seen y'all over here in the chat with the, just writing and getting everything put into your notes and all that. I seen you over here throwing in the scriptures. We didn't have praise and worship over here. We didn't have praise and worship over here. We didn't danced and shouted over here, baby. We didn't did a little bit of everything on this live here today, baby. We didn't did a little bit of everything over here on this live today, baby. We have gotten it popping on this beautiful Thursday. Oh my God, faith, baby. Yeah, are you experiencing shipwreck faith? The 3 pillars that I gave to you guys over here, or was it 4? I'm sorry, the 4 pillars that I gave you guys on this morning. That first one was shipwreck faith. Shipwreck faith, and I gave you the breakdown for that. For anybody that did not get your pillars, I issued out 4 pillars this morning. We went through the story of Paul and the shipwreck, and I broke that down so you guys could fully understand it. I gave you guys 4 pillars. I'm going to go through those 4 pillars while you guys double tap on the screen. We need to get up to 200K. That is our goal over there, 200K. Where we at right now? We at 1,827. So we need to get up to our 2K over here, and we need to get 7 badges over there on the gram. And I'm gonna go through the 4. I'm gonna go through the 4 pillars that I dropped today. That way everybody will have that on there as well. Are you guys ready? All right. So we're gonna start out with shipwreck faith. This term is often used in sermons and Christian literature. Refers to a spiritual falling away, where a person abandons their Christian beliefs and walk, right? And this is when you stop utilizing your spiritual practices. When you stop fasting, stop praying, stop worshiping. When you stop doing the things that you do, right? When you stop doing the things that you do, and it causes that disconnection from Christ. That's that shipwreck faith, right? That number 2 one that I gave was the symbolism of shipwreck, right? And that was 2 things. It was loss and suffering. Loss and suffering. That was number 2. Loss and suffering. Shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, represents loss, suffering, and the potential for despair. Right? Shipwreck, both literally and metaphorically, represents suffering, loss, suffering, and the potential for despair. Number 3, the importance of perseverance. Paul's endurance through the literal shipwreck and his warnings about spiritual shipwreck emphasizes the need for perseverance in faith and obedience to God. And I told you guys to highlight the perseverance in faith and obedience to God. Yes, Perseverance in faith and obedience to God is what I wanted you guys to make sure you had highlighted. All right. And your fourth one. Can I please repeat that again? I sure can. The importance of perseverance. That's going to be number 3. Pause. Endurance through the literal, y'all know I'm country, literal shipwreck, and his warning about spiritual shipwreck emphasizes the need for perseverance in faith and obedience to God. And I want you to take your yellow highlighter and go across perseverance and faith and obedience to God. All right. Your fourth one was God's providence. God's providence. Even in the midst of difficult trials like shipwrecks, God can work for good, as seen in Paul's experience on Malta. In other words, no matter what it is that you're dealing with in life, understand that God can always turn that thing right around. Speedily, expeditiously, in a haste. That no matter what it is that you're dealing with, that God can turn that thing around speedily, expeditiously, in a haste for you. But you have to have that steadfast faith. One of the red ink pen notes that I gave you guys this morning was, you wait different. When you are in alliance with God, you wait different. You don't wait like everybody else. You wait different. Your faith is different. Your belief is different. You wait different, right? All right, so let me go ahead and, oh man, when I tell you I've been sweating today, y'all got the butter out the duck today, baby. Y'all telling you, y'all got the butter out the duck today, baby. Y'all got me pouring over here. I want to tell you guys that I love each and every one of you guys. You love my wind chimes, thank you. My chosen family got me those when my sister passed away, and sometimes they be chiming, and I just feel like it's her talking to me. I feel like it's her participating in my class. Sometimes I feel like it's her participating in my prayer, because sometimes when I'm in my prayer room and it's right outside there, I'm in prayer and it's chiming. It goes to chiming real loud. The other day it was chiming so loud. I walked out there and I stood on the porch right up under it, and I said, "What you talking about?" And it just became this gentle ding, 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 ding. It went from just being, it was almost like she said, "Hey, come see me. Come out here and talk to me for a minute." And I love them, man. I do. I go out there, I sit by them. I love hearing them from in the house and out the house. It's a beautiful thing. Probably one of the best gifts that I've gotten. Like, yeah, man. Like, I love them things, man. I love them. I really do. And it's just the words and everything that's engraved in them as well. Is one, you know how you get that one gift and you're like, wow, man, this right here. Yeah, it's one of those. So thank you so much. But every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. So of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet. I love you guys so much, man. I hope you guys got a good word on today. I hope it touched your soul. I hope it blessed your soul. I hope it gave you exactly what you needed to step away from this live video and really go and do a self-evaluation to check your faith level, right? Really thoroughly evaluate yourself. Make sure that your works is in alignment with God. Your thoughts, your behavior is in alignment with the will of God. I really need you to do this. Why? Because I want you to win in life. I do. When Jesus said, "I've already conquered the world," my desire, my goal, and my mission person in life is that people that are with me, that learn with me, that grow with me, that evolve with me, that one day we will all have that same experience and know what it's like to say, I've conquered the world. I've conquered this world, right? I've conquered this world. I've learned how to live in this world and not be of this world. I learned how to be here and really see it as for what it really and truly is. And I operate in the power and the authority in which God has given to me and have created me to operate in, right? And that's my drive, man. That's my passion. I want to see people live their very best life. I want to see people have joy that blows their mind, peace that blows their mind, you know what I'm saying, laughter that fills the room. That's what I want for people. That's what I want for people. That's how my heart's set up. But I want you guys to have an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all are at 183.3. I'm gonna let y'all double tap on that screen so y'all can reach our goal. So I'm gonna start on this side. All right, Facebook, I'm in IG. I love you guys, man. Y'all have an amazing day. All right, over here, man. Let me see what we got going. What we got going? Well, we need just a little bit more. Can we make that goal over here on the Book of Many Faces? Can we make that goal over here on the Book of Many Faces? We got 1,861. We just need a little bit more. I want to say like 149 to meet our goal real quick. If we can get 149, then we can meet our goal over here on the Book of Many Faces. We are at 187 over here on TikTok. Y'all do me a favor and double tap on that screen. Keep in mind, not to say Atlanta, keep in mind Brooklyn, New York. I am on my way to Brooklyn, New York, so I hope y'all ready for it. That's going to be this Saturday, August the 23rd. I will be in Brooklyn, New York. I'm super excited. I'm ready to get out there with you guys, man. And like I told y'all before, right? Like I told y'all before, if you have not gotten your ticket just yet, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Show up to the door. The address and everything is on the flyer. Thank y'all so much, man, over here on the book. I see y'all. Y'all came through. Y'all came through like snipers over on that side. That's what I'm talking about, man. So we're going to be out there in Brooklyn, New York this weekend, this Saturday. That's where we're going to be. So if you guys have not got y'all ticket, if you went to the Eventbrite and it said it was already booked out or whatnot, show up to the door. We're going to make some arrangements for people at the door. So just make your way over to the door and we're going to get you taken care of over there. We're starting out with the sound bowls. Yeah, that's right. New York, Brooklyn, New York. I will be there this Saturday. So yes, you sure can. Bring your baby. The baby need the word too, baby. Bring the baby. One thing I ain't doing is turning away no single mothers. I need for y'all. Yes, I sure do. I need y'all to be in the building quick, fast, in a hurry, because if y'all get right, then that means that y'all gonna be the example for them babies to get right. I definitely want y'all to come, and we might hold a baby for you too. All of that, baby. Yes. Bring the children if you got to bring the children. Don't say, oh, I couldn't come because I had my children. Bring the children right on with you. Bring them right on with you. That's right. This right here is a family type of thing right here. Bring them right on in there. They gonna get some prayer. They gonna get some worship too. Yeah, right along with you. We want you to be able to be your best self so you can be the best self for them. I absolutely love you guys so much, man. And I'm gonna get up out of here. But yes, I'll get that flyer put in on my TikTok story. I got it coming already. Facebook is already up there already. I love you guys, man. Thank y'all so much for reaching that goal, and I'll talk to you guys soon.